Hello, beautiful people. This is Maggie Teoso with Just Call Maggie. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll be going over 25 essential questions that will test your knowledge of the key concepts that we covered in our Contracts 101 video. Now, if you haven't watched that video yet, don't worry. I'll link it right here in case you need a refresher on the essentials needed to create a valid contract in real estate. It wouldn't be a bad idea to go check it out, as contracts are one of the biggest, if not the biggest section that's tested on the real estate exam. But in this video, I'm going to be giving you 25 questions that I feel are the trickiest to remember and the ones I kind of got confused on when I was a real estate student. So feel free to pause the video if you need more time to answer the question, because I will be giving you a few seconds to answer the question. Then I will be providing you with the correct answer. Okay, are you ready to challenge yourself and explore the ins and outs of real estate contracts? Our 25 question quiz is coming up right now. Number 1. What is the legal term for parties involved in a contract who are of sound mind, legal age, and not under any influence impairing their judgment? Is it A, legal entities, B, competent parties, C, contractual agents, or D, voluntary parties? The answer is B, competent parties. Competent parties refer to individuals who meet the legal criteria for entering into a contract, including being of sound mind, legal age, and not under any impairing influence. Number 2. What is the legal term for a contract entered into with someone lacking the legal capacity to contract? Is it A, executed, B, unilateral, C, voidable, or D, void? The answer is C, voidable. Contracts entered with individuals lacking the legal capacity to contract are considered voidable. Number 3. Which of the following individuals is considered legally competent for a contract? Is it A, a minor, B, a person of sound mind, C, a person under the influence, or D, a person under the age of 25? The answer is B, a person of sound mind. Legal competence for a contract requires an individual to be of sound mind. Number 4. What is the term for the mutual exchange of promises or something of value in a real estate contract? Is it A, unilateral commitment, B, bilateral agreement, C, reciprocal promise, or D, valuable consideration? The answer is D, valuable consideration. Remember, valuable consideration in a real estate contract involves the mutual exchange of promises or something of value, making the contract legally binding. Number 5. In a real estate contract, what is the term for the mutual agreement of terms between the buyer and seller? Is it A, meeting of minds, B, mutual consent, C, offer and acceptance, or D, contractual harmony? The answer is C, offer and acceptance. The offer and acceptance form the foundation of a valid real estate contract, which then represents the mutual agreement between parties. Number 6. In real estate, it is crucial for the subject matter to comply with land use regulations, except A, to prevent legal disputes, B, to ensure fair transactions, C, to avoid harm to the public, or D, to protect landlord rights. The answer is D, to protect landlord rights. Compliance with land use regulations in real estate prevents legal disputes, ensures fairness, and avoids harm to the public. Number 7. Which legal principle requires real estate deals to be in writing in order for it to be enforceable in a court of law? Is it A, statute of limitations, B, statute of frauds, C, statute of contracts, or D, statute of conveyances? The answer is B, statute of frauds. The statute of frauds requires certain contracts, including real estate deals, to be in writing for the contract to be enforceable in court. Number 8. What is consideration in a real estate contract? Is it A, mutual understanding, B, the exchange of promises, C, a meeting of the minds, or D, agreement between parties? The answer is B, the exchange of promises. Consideration involves the exchange of something of value, such as money or promises, making the contract legally binding. Number 9. In a real estate contract, who is typically the offerer when the buyer makes a proposal? Is it A, the buyer, B, the seller, C, the agent, or D, the attorney? The answer is A, the buyer. The buyer is usually the offerer when making a proposal in a real estate contract. The offeree is the one that receives the offer. Number 10. Rachel enters into a contract with David to provide lawn care services. If the local laws prohibit such services, what is the status of this contract? Is it A, valid, B, voidable, C, void, or D, executed? The answer is C, void. Any contract with an unlawful subject matter, even if both parties consent, is void. Number 11. Lisa offers to sell her house to Mark for $300,000. Mark responds, offering $280,000. What term describes Mark's response? Is it A, acceptance, B, counteroffer, C, rejection, or D, meeting of the minds? The answer is B, counteroffer. Mark's response, offering a different price, constitutes a counteroffer, not acceptance. A meeting of minds requires mutual agreement on the terms. Number 12. An important legal feature of a contract is A, it reflects a mutual understanding or meeting of the minds. B, it employs precise language in the document. C, it is not voidable. Or D, it can only be created by an attorney. The answer is A, it reflects a mutual understanding or meeting of the minds. Meeting of the minds is all about everyone being on the same page when forming a contract. For it to happen, all parties need to agree on the same terms, conditions, and what the deal is about. Number 13. Which of the following contracts must be in writing in order for it to be enforceable? Is it A, an 8-month lease, B, a payroll contract, C, an executory contract, or D, a 2-year lease? The answer is D, a 2-year lease. Leases for more than 1 year fall under the statute of frauds, requiring written documentation for enforceability. Number 14. What is the main distinction between a void and voidable contract? Is it A, void contracts lack consideration, while voidable contracts involve competent parties? B, void contracts are unenforceable, while voidable contracts have a legal flaw that allows one party to void the contract? C, void contracts are oral, while voidable contracts must be in writing? Or D, void contracts involve minors, while voidable contracts involve elderly individuals. The answer is B. Void contracts are unenforceable, while voidable contracts have a legal flaw that allows one party to void the contract. Void contracts are generally unenforceable from the beginning because there's an illegal subject matter, while voidable contracts have a legal flaw that allows one party to void the contract if they choose, like going into contract with a minor and not knowing, or going into contract with someone that's not sound of mind. Number 15. Which situation does not align with the concept of offer and acceptance? Is it A, seller Jane accepting the buyer's offer without any modifications? B, buyer Mark proposing a new set of terms in response to the seller's offer? C, both parties verbally agreeing to the terms without written documentation? Or D, seller Amy rejecting the initial offer without providing counter terms? The answer is B, buyer Mark proposing a new set of terms in response to the seller's offer. In this example, buyer Mark actually offered a counter offer, so that one is the only one that does not signify any offer and acceptance. Number 16. What is the term for the party who receives the offer in a real estate deal? Is it A, offeror, B, offeree, C, buyer, or D, seller? The answer is B, offeree. Remember, the offeree is the party who receives the offer in any real estate transaction. Number 17. Valuable consideration includes all of the following in a real estate contract except A, cash and jewelry, B, real or personal property, C, enforceable promises, or D, love and affection. The answer is D, love and affection. Valuable consideration includes enforceable promises and reciprocal commitments with an exchange of something valuable like cash, jewelry, real or personal property, and enforceable promises. Love and affection is considered good consideration, which cannot be expressed in terms of money. Number 18. Sophia, a renowned chef, enters into a contract to cater an event. If she later suffers a temporary mental breakdown, what is the legal status of this contract? Is it A, valid, B, voidable, C, void, or D, executed? The answer is B, voidable. Since Sophia's temporary mental breakdown may render her temporarily incompetent, the contract is voidable at her discretion. Number 19. Which scenario does not exemplify consideration in a real estate contract? Is it A, buyer paying the seller $10,000 for a property? B, seller promising to deliver the property's title upon full payment? C, parties exchanging promises of goodwill and friendship? Or D, seller gifting the property to the buyer without any exchange? The answer is C, parties exchanging promises of goodwill and friendship. Consideration involves an exchange of something of value. Goodwill and friendship are generally considered incapable of being expressed in terms of money, and thus are not considered valuable consideration in a contract. Number 20. What does consideration ensure in a real estate contract? Is it A, legal compliance, B, mutual commitment, C, meeting of the minds, or D, contractual obligations? The answer is B, mutual commitment. Consideration ensures mutual commitment in a real estate contract, making the agreement legally binding. 21. Greg offers to sell his antique watch to Kim for $1,000. Kim accepts the offer. What term best describes this situation? Is it A, counteroffer, B, rejection, C, acceptance, or D, unilateral contract? The answer is C, acceptance. Kim's agreement to the terms offered by Greg constitutes acceptance, creating a valid contract. Number 22. The guardian for a mentally incompetent party enters into an oral contract with another party to buy a trade fixture. This contract, A, does not meet validity requirements, B, is possibly valid and enforceable, C, must be in writing to be valid, or D, is valid but unenforceable. The answer is B, is possibly valid and enforceable. The guardian is of sound mind and can therefore enter into a contract, whether it be written or oral. Number 23. If the seller counters the buyer's offer, who becomes the new offerer? Is it A, the buyer, B, the seller, C, both of them, or D, the real estate agent? The answer is B, the seller. Remember, the party that makes the counter offer becomes the new offerer in any real estate transaction. Number 24. According to contract law, every valid contract is also A, void, B, enforceable, C, enforceable or unenforceable, or D, voidable. The answer is C, enforceable or unenforceable. Depending on whether it's in writing or not means if the contract will be enforceable or unenforceable. Number 25. What are the key elements necessary to establish the validity of a contract? Is it A, offer, acceptance, lawful subject, and consideration? B, offer, acceptance, lawful subject? C, offer, acceptance, and in writing? Or D, offer, acceptance, consideration, lawful subject, and competent parties? The answer is D, offer, acceptance, consideration, lawful subject, and competent parties. The validity of a contract generally requires an offer, an acceptance, consideration, a lawful subject, and competent parties, representing a mutual agreement with something of value exchanged. All right, my amazing viewers, that wraps up our quick 25 question quiz all about the essential aspects of real estate contracts. Let me know how you did in the comments. And I hope you found this video helpful and that you got some valuable information from it. Remember, mastering these fundamental elements, competent parties, offer and acceptance, lawful subject, in writing, and consideration, or what we call colic, will not only boost your understanding for the exam, but also empower you in your journey towards success in the real estate industry. If you have any questions, thoughts, or specific topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, drop them in the comments below or shoot me an email at maggie@justcallmaggie.com. Your engagement means the world to me, and I'm here to support your real estate education journey. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on any of our future content. Your support helps us and keeps this community thriving, and I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. Until next time, this is Maggie Teoso with Just Call Maggie, signing off, wishing you all the success and confidence as you tackle your real estate endeavors. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next video.